What is generative AI? It's the invisible force rewriting the rules of human creativity, and it's about to change your life forever.
Let's get into it.
The basics. What exactly are we talking about? So you've probably heard the buzzwords floating around the office or the internet, right? ChatGPT, Midjourney, deepfakes. But what actually is generative AI? At its core, artificial intelligence, or AI, has been around for a while. Usually, it's used to analyze things. Think of the algorithm that recommends your next binge watch on Netflix, or flags a weird charge on your credit card. That's analytical AI. It looks at data and makes a prediction based on what already exists. But generative AI? Well, it does exactly what the name implies. It generates entirely new stuff. Text, images, audio, video, code, you name it. Let me give you a comparison. Analytical AI is like a really good book critic. It reads a novel and tells you what genre it is and if it's any good. Generative AI is the author. You give it a prompt and it writes the novel for you. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is this just glorified copy and paste? Are these machines just stealing from the internet and mashing it together like a digital Frankenstein? Not exactly, but we'll get into how it actually works under the hood in just a second. So stick around because that part is fascinating. Under the hood, how the magic actually works. All right, so how does a computer actually create something new? It all comes down to something called LLMs, or large language models. You've definitely heard people throw that acronym around. An LLM is a type of neural network, which is just a fancy way of saying a computer program designed to loosely mimic the way the human brain works. To build one, developers feed it massive amounts of data. I'm talking billions of web pages, books, articles, and pictures. This training process takes months and costs millions of dollars in computing power. During this time, the AI isn't just memorizing the data, it's learning the underlying patterns, structures, and rules of human language and art. So when you ask ChatGPT to write a polite email to your boss because you're going to be late, it doesn't go search a database for a pre-written email. Instead, it predicts what the next most logical word should be, one word at a time, based on all the patterns it learned during training. It's basically the world's most advanced version of autocomplete on your phone. But instead of just guessing the next word in your text message, it can write a Shakespearean sonnet about a toaster. Now, you might be worried about whether it's going to take your job, and I'm going to touch on that exact fear later in the video, so keep watching.
By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, hit like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to get more valuable content like this.
The catch: hallucinations and the dark side. Okay, now we got to talk about the elephant in the room. If this tech is so smart, why does it sometimes give us incredibly dumb or completely made up answers? In the industry, we call this a hallucination. Remember how I said generative AI works by predicting the next logical word mathematically? Well, it doesn't actually know facts. It doesn't have a concept of truth or reality. It just knows what words usually look good together. So, if you ask it a highly specific or tricky question, it might confidently spit out a completely fake historical event or a non-existent legal case just because the words sounded right. This is why you can't just blindly trust everything it says. It's a brilliant brainstorming partner, but a terrible sole source of truth. And of course, there are other angles to consider here. People are terrified of deepfakes, which are AI-generated videos or audio clips that make it look like a real person said or did something they never did. There are also massive copyright debates happening right now. Artists and writers are frustrated, asking if their work was used to train these models without permission or compensation. These are real, valid pains, and the law is still scrambling to catch up to the tech. But despite these bumps in the road, the train has left the station, and next we'll see exactly how you can ride it. So what does this all mean for you? It means you have a choice. You can either be afraid of generative AI, or you can learn to use it as a tool to supercharge your own creativity and productivity. Whether you want to write code faster, brainstorm marketing ideas, or just figure out what to make for dinner based on what's in your fridge, generative AI is here to help you do it. Just remember to be careful. Because it learns and stores information, you don't want to go putting sensitive company secrets or personal financial data into a public AI prompt. Treat it like a highly capable assistant who happens to have a really bad habit of gossiping.
If you want to keep learning, check out this video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.